spoken to him. Simon has meditated on all the acts that Jesus has done in the earth, both amongst the disciples and amongst the people. And he has correlated within his mind a philosophy of Jesus based upon acts and spiritual perspectives. Simon, being an aligned one that adheres to the systems in which Jesus was conveying to his prophets to adhere to in order to capture the power of God and to be able to receive all of God's blessings and messages and directives, has tapped into this God power within him, his own self. And tapping into this power, he is able to recognize what he sees. He's able to correlate events, sciences, and perspectives into one thing to come to a particular conclusion of that thing. And that particular conclusion is of Jesus. And Jesus is saying, because you have been able to capture this, there's no other way you would be able to know this. There's no other way you would be able to have the spirit of knowing that would be able to tell you who I truly am in the way that you have told me. Lest you have aligned properly in such a way. Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee. It is not something that you default into. This knowing, this way of being able to decipher a thing is not something you default into. This is a higher level of deciphering that you have. And because I have it also, I recognize it in you. I recognize to what level you have ascended. You have communicated to me, regardless of if you intended on it or not, what level of ascension you are at by what you have told me of me. Because in order for you to recognize this, you yourself must be there. These doors do not open lest you actually can stand within them. For flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. This is Jesus saying, you would not have known this. God doesn't give anybody anything. Everything in the kingdom of God is earned. I'm here to tell you, everything is earned. And this is why many people don't ascend, because it's an earning process. You've got to earn it. And it's easier to say, oh, I just don't have it together enough to earn it. I just don't have it, so I'm not going to earn it. But can you please say a prayer for me? Yet Simon has spoken a thing, thinking he's answering a simple question, in which he is. But he speaks monumental truths of himself. He proves himself. And in him proving himself, this is what Jesus will say. And I say also unto thee that thou art Ptah, Peter, Ptah. And upon this rock of your knowing, Ptah, Peter, Simon, upon this rock of your renaming, you are now Ptah. You are now embodying the spirit of this name. You go from Simon to Peter, Pata, by way of the revelatory nature, by way of your ascension. And upon this rock, this truth, this level of ascension that you have risen to, because once you ascend, you do not descend. It is forward. There is no reverse. Upon this rock of ascension, of knowing, of truth, this is the level I need all of you all to be at. Because it is upon this level of ascension, this level of truth, it is to this degree that I will build my church. And the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. It is the level of this knowing. All the things that Peter, Simon, needed to ascend, all the things that Simon, all the work that Simon did in order to ascend to such levels, to be blessed with such knowing. There would have been no way that Simon could have manufactured such an answer. He would have used the wrong words. He would have used the wrong ideology. This ideology that Simon has come up with was organic. It's a 1 in a million, 1 in a trillion ideology. To place such an ideology in such a compact statement, to speak so many volumes of spiritual truths, Simon would not have been able to do it. This is the thing with God. There's no fooling him. Your mind cannot even forecast out a way to devise a scheme to fool him. Yet this truth comes forward so fluidly and with such ease. Why? Because it's the truth. It's the spirit. It's light. It just flows forward like a feather, like a dandelion blowing in the wind. Yet upon this rock, this philosophy, this level of ascension that you have risen to, it is these activities, this level of ascension, these activities that lead to this level of ascension. This is the rock. This is the knowing that I will build my church upon, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Matter of fact, no doubt, unequivocally.